Hi guys, welcome back again. This is me delivering on saying that I was going to record again. So, ignore the water on my chest. Although I've pointed your attention so that now you guys are going to look at it. Ignore the water on my chest because it's coming from my hair. I washed my hair like 10-15 minutes ago and it's still trying to dry, so yeah, that's that. So let's get started. So today I decided to talk about the good side of fear. I got a comment that spoke about how in my video about fear I spoke about how sometimes fear is good, and I'm going to talk on it today. So let's get started, shall we? Fear generally is being scared of doing something, and fear comes in different ways. I spoken about fear in my video about when fear felt like my best friend, and most times fear comes to anxiety. So fear is you're scared of doing something because of certain reasons. Sometimes it's because somebody has instilled that fear. Someone has told you negative things about whatever you want to do, whatever situation you think that you might face, so you're scared of it. You don't want whatever negativity that person has told you about to happen, so you're scared and you're trying to avoid it. So fear comes in different ways. It can be fear of the future. I talked about it in my former video anyway. I said this thing like 5 times. And so anxiety comes with fear because anxiety makes you I don't even know how to define being anxious. Being anxious is like being apprehensive of something that is about to happen. You're not looking forward to it. You just feel like you're trying to draw back from something because you don't have a good feeling about it. And I feel like fear and anxiety go hand in hand, because when the combo of fear and anxiety come together, if they hold you by the neck, you're gonna be very sad that you actually came across these two things. And this is me saying I think that at certain points in your life you must face fear. Like, I don't think that there's anybody on earth that has not been afraid or that has not been a victim of fear. If you say you have not been a victim of fear, then you're a liar. I feel like everybody has been a victim of fear, whether fear of losing your parents, fear of losing your friends, fear of losing out on a deal, fear of not getting a job on time, fear of being poor. There's just fear of a lot of things, and fear brings trauma and brings all of those things. But that's not the topic for today. The topic for today is the good part of fear. When fear can be a motivation. So I have something to say, and this is what I have to say. Fear and purpose can work hand in hand. For those at the back, I said fear and purpose can work hand in hand, and hear me out. So purpose means the reason why something was created, right? So like a fridge was created to cool things, to preserve things. A hammer was created to nail, like to hit things inside, like specifically to hit to hit on nails, to fasten wood, furniture, stuff like that. And imagine if you buy a hammer that has a mind of its own, and you're holding the hammer and you're trying to use it to hit the nail inside, and it is dragging back. I mean, the hammer is pretty much useless, because why did I buy a hammer if I cannot do what I bought it to do? It is scared of hitting the nail inside. Like, it doesn't make sense. And this is where I'm going to come back to what I said about fear and purpose. The purpose we are on this earth is to be fruitful, to multiply, to replenish the earth, to serve each other. And the beautiful thing about it is that every one of us is unique in our own way. I'm sure you've heard this thing before. You're unique in your own way. Stop trying to be like other people, stuff like that. This is a very important thing, because now that you're armed with this information, it makes you understand that your existence on this earth was calculated. it was well thought out, and it wasn't just like a random thought that, oh, let's just put this person here because the person needs to be on earth. There is something that you have to offer the world that nobody else can offer, like nobody else can offer, and you not being able to offer it means that you are not, you know, fully reaching your potential. I've watched a lot of videos about reaching your potential, stuff like that. Like, the thing takes a lot of strength and uncomfortability from you, because if you want to reach your potential, you have to leave your comfort zone. But that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about how to use fear, like how the good part of fear. So something I've said to myself for a very long time is that I want to die empty. And this came from, I think that what really motivated me to do that is, or to start saying that, or to come from that mindset is Maya Angelou. Okay. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name well, but yeah, she's a writer. She was a writer and a poet. This woman is a phenomenal. This woman was a phenomenal woman. Like, she lived. Like, when you say somebody lived, like, she lived. And you know, in my mind, I'm like, this woman is like, I don't want to say my spirit. Like, if I was going to be somebody, if they can say, oh, a personality or somebody that has died that was famous, I'd say Maya Angelou. That is who I was, or who I want to be. And you know, like, even my dad inspires me to work with so much intentionality. I think the word is intentionality. The good fear should bring intentionality. This world that we're living in is just here for a moment. It's good to enjoy yourself, it's good to live life, it's good to live to the fullest, it's good to create memories. But the fear that you're not going to be here one day, the fear that you're going to leave your loved ones behind one day, the fear that you're not going to live on this earth forever, the fear that everything that has been put inside of you would be wasted if you don't use it to serve people, to serve others, to, you know, to help others, to make the world a better place, should inspire you to do more in the world. And that is that's like the positive fear. So it's not fear of, oh my God, what will people say? It should be fear of, what happens if I die empty? If I die with everything in me, what happens if everything that I set my mind to do, the goals, the ambitions I have, what if I don't fulfill them? And when I say goals and ambitions and not fulfilling them, I don't mean your rigid plans for your life, because honestly, if you're living, if you're a human being, your plans should be editable. So if it's like, oh, I plan to be a medical doctor, but along the way you're seeing that your path is aligning to something else, just because you said that you want to be a medical doctor doesn't mean that all of a sudden, if you don't become a medical doctor, you're a failure. No, life is very unpredictable. Things happen. Yeah. So the good type of fear inspires you, motivates you. The good type of fear helps you and motivates you to reach your highest potential. The best way to apply things or to master things is to teach other people. So this is what I'm doing. I'm giving back. And thank you so much for watching this video. Have a great day. If you have anything to say, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Until next time, live purposefully, live intentionally, and also allow the good fear influence you and influence your decisions. Bye bye.